Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again, the vlogs of DB. So today on my YouTube channel, I'm going to talk about a patient that I couldn't manage to save, that I lost. So I haven't shared this on any of my IGTV. I've been sharing stories about the patients that I had to deal with on my IGTV, but not this one. For some reason, this patient and this case is very personal to me. It's still a very, very, very bad memory for me, and I still get flashes of it. So for all my followers and who is intending to watch this video further, I'm really sorry that I can't keep it completely in English because this has a lot of emotions and expressions behind it that I cannot express it in a different language other than my mother tongue. So my apologies, but yes, I have to continue the story. So this is happening around 3 a.m. in the morning, and I was the casualty doctor at that hospital, and that particular day had too many patients, had plenty of patients, and I was super tired. So at 2 o'clock, when the number of patients went down, I told the nurse in charge of the emergency room that to make me a call to my room, to my extension, when any patient comes in. Meanwhile, I wanted to take a small break or small nap so that I can come back fresh. So exactly at 3 o'clock, I get a call from this nurse asking me to come to the emergency room because I have a patient with a chest pain. So I came into this room, and then I found a perfectly normal patient. He says that he have chest pain on the left side of the chest. അപ്പം നമ്മളൊരു ജനറലി ഒരു മയോകാർഡിയൽ ഇൻഫാക്ഷൻ അല്ല എന്ന് റൂൾ ഔട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ഐ ആസ്ക്ഡ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് റിഗാർഡിങ് ഇറ്റ്. He just have a small chest pain, okay, and no radiation, no vomiting, nothing. But he says that he had a similar episode like last night. So it has been 24 hours already, and he comes in with the same pain, but this time the pain is worse. അപ്പോൾ ഈ പ്രാവശ്യം പെയിൻ വന്നപ്പോൾ he wants a medical attention. He wanted to come to the hospital, and also he's coming from an educated family, so he thought that this is some gastric issues. അപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ അസിഡിറ്റി കാരണം വന്ന ചെസ്റ്റ് പെയിൻ ആണെന്നുള്ള ഒരു ലെവലിൽ അവരത് വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്തു. ഒരു 24 hours കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പം അവർ രണ്ടാമത് ഈ പെയിൻ വളരെ വേഴ്സായിട്ട് വന്നപ്പം അവർ കാഷ്വലിലേക്കാണ് വന്നത്. കാഷ്വലിലേക്ക് വന്ന് എൻ്റെ ഫ്രണ്ടിലിരിക്കുമ്പം പേഷ്യൻറ്റിന് അത്ര സിവിയർ പെയിൻ ഒന്നും കാണുന്നില്ല. പേഷ്യൻറ്റിന് ഒരു പെയിൻ ഉണ്ട്, ഒരു ഡിസ്ട്രെസ് ഉണ്ട്. സോ വൈറ്റൽസ് വെർ ബീങ് ചെക്ക്ഡ്. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഇ സി ജി എടുക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. ഞാൻ ഇമീഡിയറ്റ്ലി ഐ ആസ്ക്ഡ് them to take an ECG, and as the ECG came in, there was an ST elevation, which was a clear indication that the patient is having an MI or a myocardial infarction, which is generally called a heart attack. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ഹോസ്പിറ്റൽ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ എല്ലാ ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെൻറ്റിനും ഓരോരോ സ്പെഷ്യലിസ്റ്റ് ഉണ്ട്, ലൈക്ക് ഫോർ ഓർത്തോപീഡിക്സ്, ഫോർ കാർഡിയോളജി. സോ in case of any emergency, we can call all the specialists, like we can call the specialists on call. അപ്പം ഈ കാർഡിയോളജിയിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു കോംപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ, ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഇമ്മീഡിയറ്റ് മെഡിക്കൽ അറ്റൻഷൻ വേണ്ട ഒരു കേസ് കണ്ടപ്പോൾ ഐ കോൾ ദ കാർഡിയോളജിസ്റ്റ്. ഐ ഇൻഫോംഡ് ഹിം ദാറ്റ് ഐ ഹാവ് എ പേഷ്യൻറ്റ് വിത്ത് an ST elevation, and he seems like in a distress, and there is dropping vitals also. അപ്പോൾ and he has come with his wife. So as the cardiologist told me that this patient will require an angioplasty because he is having a heart attack. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് ഞാൻ അവരുടെ വൈഫിനോട് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, നിങ്ങളുടെ ഹസ്ബൻഡിന് മിക്കവാറും ഒരു ആൻജിയോപ്ലാസ്റ്റി ഇമ്മീഡിയറ്റ്ലി വേണ്ടി വരും. സോ വി ഹാവ് ടു ഷിഫ്റ്റ് ഹിം ടു ദ കാത്ത് ലാബ് ടു പ്രിപ്പയർ ഹിം. സോ ക്യാൻ യു പ്ലീസ് ഗീവ് എ കൺസെൻറ്റ്. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു കൺസെൻറ്റ് ഇല്ലാതെ നമുക്ക് പേഷ്യൻ്റ് എത്ര end of anything, we have to have a consent. Unless if he is an abandoned patient, നമ്മൾ soulfully നമ്മുടെ കയ്യിലാണ്, yes, we can take a decision. But when there is a bystander and the patient is being able to talk or make decision, we have to take their consent. അങ്ങനെ നിൽക്കല് the wife, she told me that she have to discuss with other family members. They also have doctors in the family. I said, okay, I can give you some time, but you can't take long. I am waited, but less than 5 minutes, because I could see the patient was going into distress again. The pain was coming in again. And while I was taking the history, he didn't have any diabetes, hypertension, or anything regarding his health, no comorbidities. But then I got a history from him that says that he is a very chronic smoker. He smokes a lot. He is a very young patient. He was only 49 years old. It was around approximately less than 5 minutes. Okay, after that I went back to the wife. I told her, "നിങ്ങൾ ഇത്രയും വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല because we have a patient which is in a critical condition. അപ്പം നമുക്കിങ്ങനെ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്ത് ടൈം കളയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇനി വേറെ ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിൽ കൊണ്ടുപോകണമെന്ന് വെച്ചാലും I don't think it's safe because he don't have much time. Looks like he doesn't have much time because this is his second episode. He had a similar pain last night as well. So it's almost 24 hours. Angane, then the wife, she was ready. She said, okay, you can take him, no problem. Then we prepared him, we put him on oxygen, and then we rushed him to the cath lab, and I could see the pain was coming back in again. He says, doctor, എനിക്ക് സഹിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല ഡോക്ടർ, ഭയങ്കര വേദന, എനിക്ക് ഒട്ടും സഹിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല. I said, wait, the cardiologist is on the way, and don't worry, we are all around you, we are all capable of helping you, so don't worry, just stay right there, okay, just hold on as much as you can. And we takes him to the cath lab, immediately connects the leads, connects him to the monitor and checks the vitals. His BP his heart rate is shooting up. He's having a severe chest pain. He's going into cardiac arrest. Okay, and he vomited. There was a situation where his heart rate was increasing. He was in distress and he removed the oxygen mask. He said, doctor, inki pettunnilla idil valikkan varunna. I said, just keep it, we are all around you, don't worry, just keep the oxygen mask and just believe us. This is what I told him. Njangalokke ille eduthu, just believe in us, keep the oxygen mask back. And you know, even in that severe pain, even in that severe fear, he took a moment to believe in me. He took a moment to keep that oxygen mask back because he believed in me. He was relieved for few seconds, okay, but the pain was coming in again, and then we noticed the patient is going into cardiac arrest. We started a CPR immediately. I got on top of him. I started giving him CPR, and then the cardiologist came in, but we were almost losing the patient. And the other specialized people in CPR, they took over the patient and they were giving CPR, but he vomited in between. And initially ഞാൻ CPR സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പം he had intact ribs. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ CPR കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ റൗണ്ട് അടിച്ച് മാറും because single person cannot give a CPR because it's very tiring. അപ്പോൾ the last round when I got on top of the patient again to give a CPR, ആ പേഷ്യൻ്റെ rib is broken. നമ്മൾ അത്രയും നമ്മൾ ശ്രമിച്ച് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. It's like that, the ribs break because we are giving a high pressure on the chest. Ribs are broken, the patient is almost gone, and saturation level has dropped. And then we waited for a few minutes to see if the pupils are getting dilated, and then the pupils are also dilated, so we lost the patient. അപ്പം പുറത്ത് വൈഫുണ്ട്. So she spoke to me for the first time as a doctor. I told her that we will take care of the patient. We assured her like we'll do as much as we can, we'll do the best. She haven't seen the cardiologist. None of them have seen the cardiologist. I was the only doctor they had in contact with. Appo she's there outside. I couldn't break the news. I couldn't break the news to her because she had so much hope. The patient had so much hope. This was the first patient that I lost. I was literally having a tachycardia and I was sweating. I was very, very disturbed, and I told the sir that I told the cardiologist that I cannot break the news to the wife. I cannot tell her. So he said, yes, I can do it. You can take rest. You can do the other procedures like arrange the papers and yeah. So I was going through all the other ECGs and everything, all the monitor reading that the patient had come in with. While I was very disturbed, I had a wet eye, and as soon as the doctor left, as soon as the cardiologist, he went outside. ഈ ന്യൂസ് പറയാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് പുറത്തിറങ്ങിയ ശേഷം all I'm hearing is എ ലൗഡ് ക്രൈ. പുറത്തുനിന്ന് ഓർക്കെ അരണ്ട് കരയാണ് വൈഫ്. And for that moment I wished if I was deaf, or I wish I could erase it all. I wish I could go back in time, fix something, just do something. I couldn't do anything, and I couldn't do anything. I saw the patient, I looked at the patient for some time, because that patient ഒരു 5 minutes മുന്നേ എന്നോട് സംസാരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരുന്ന ഒരു പേഷ്യൻ്റാണ്, എന്നോട് സംസാരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരുന്ന ഒരു വ്യക്തിയാണത്. And he's no more, he's gone, and I lost him in front of my eyes. That feeling, I didn't want anything else. Like, I'm done for the day, I'm done for, I felt like I'm done for the whole life. I was so shocked. And then ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഞാൻ തിരിച്ച് ഞാൻ റൂമിലേക്ക് പോയി. ഞാൻ അവിടെ ഇരുന്ന് കുറേ നേരം കരഞ്ഞു. ഫോർ സം റീസൺ ഐ വാസ് സോ ഡിസ്റ്റർബ്, ബിക്കോസ് I was communicating with the patient. He was near to normal when he came in. He just had a mild chest pain, but he's not there anymore now. Okay, and it took a while for me to come back from this. I discussed this with very few of my friends, because I still remember his face very clearly. It's been years, but I still remember his face very clearly, and I still remember every bit of the feeling that I had to go through at that period of time. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഞാൻ തിരിച്ചു വന്ന് ഇതൊക്കെ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്തതിന് ശേഷം next day there is another case happening, and I lost another patient. It was a very pretty old patient, but I lost the patient. പിന്നീട് അങ്ങോട്ടേക്കും, yes, there were cases where we had to lose patients. We had to let go of the patients. കാരണം there is a limit to everything that we can do. അങ്ങനെ, പക്ഷേ ഈ ഒരു പേഷ്യൻ്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ, this is the first case in my life, and that case still remains like a very bad memory to me, and it still comes back. And ഞാൻ ഷവറിന് പോയാലും it just comes back like a flash, reminds me that how short life is. And I'm like, എനിക്ക് എന്തോരം സ്വപ്നങ്ങളാണ്, എനിക്ക് ഒരുപാട് ആഗ്രഹങ്ങളുണ്ട് ചെയ്ത് കൂട്ടാൻ, ഇനിയും കാര്യങ്ങളുണ്ട്, but life is too short. Life is like, it can get over in a blink. Today you are healthy, tomorrow you are not. The reason why I share this story with you all, which is a very personal story to me, and I decided to share it with you all, is only because I want to remind you all that life is too short. Life can get over in a blink. So stop regretting and start living. Start believing in yourself and do all that you can, because you might not have a tomorrow, but you definitely have your present. So I hope you all like my vlog and keep supporting. So until next time, bye bye, take care, lots of love.